What you're hearing is Hardie Fiber Cement Siding living up to its reputation as the siding that helps resist weather damage, no matter what Mother Nature throws its way. James Hardie knows how important a reputation is, especially when you're a home builder. That's why Hardie products withstand the elements better than wood-based siding, with styles to match their strength. Because when home builders work with us, we deliver our best so they can look their best. Protect your reputation with exterior products by James Hardie.
Strap yourselves in, people. I'm going on tour for the first time ever, and I'm so here for it, bringing our wild and wonderful Glad We Had This Chat podcast to a venue near you. Promising you an unforgettable night of unbridled honesty, unfiltered opinions, F-bombs and fearlessness. Come join me and a stellar lineup of special guests as we talk all things skincare and beauty, along with frank discussions about life's adventures, challenges, highlights and joys, with exclusive on-stage skincare demos, entertaining Q&As and a healthy dose of unscripted hilarity. This is Caroline Hirons, me, live and apparently on steroids. It's happening. Get your tickets now at carolinehirons.com and secure your spot. Welcome back to Glad We Had This Chat, and welcome to our Season 2 special. Glad We Had This Chat takes New York. I mean, I can't go all the way to the Big Apple and not hit up my friends old and new, can I? So, grab a brew, pull up a chair, or put your headphones on and go for a run. However you listen to your podcasts, stay tuned to find out who we meet up with stateside and what they have to say. Today we have my mate, fellow Brit, and more importantly, fellow Scouser, Katie Jane Hughes. She's a celebrity makeup artist who's painted the faces of Dua Lipa, Ashley Graham, and many, many others. She founded the brilliant KJH brand, and most importantly of all, she's obviously a Liverpool fan. We sit down to talk about makeup, humble beginnings, working with celebs, and everything else in between. I hope you enjoy. Glad we had this chat in New York. Now, if anyone needed any proof that we are Scousers, I would just like to point out that I'm in a Wings t-shirt and you are in a
ta-da! Vintage Liverpool FC Candy t-shirt.
top of the league.
The vintage tops are here, and we are supposed to be styling them with our everyday wardrobe, but not just to a match day.
Oh, how are you, mate?
I'm great. I'm so happy to be here.
So we've known each other for how long?
Oh my God. Since I worked on the shop floor at Westbourne Grove Space NK.
Which was when?
2010.
So I would have been looking after...
You were...
David Kirsch, Hampton's son, Anthony for Men, Sunday Riley.
I think mainly it might have been Revive.
I never did Revive. So
I know now, I think.
Kate Somerville?
Maybe.
I only did them for like 3 weeks. But anyway,
You
I
had
remember...
multiple brands. You looked after multiple brands.
I looked after multiple brands for a while.
Oh my God, yeah, you used to come in and train us. And
I still get messages now on Insta from people going, "Hi Caroline, great to see you doing so well. You trained me in so-and-so 15 years ago and I've never forgotten it." And I'm like, wow.
I just remember we used to hang out on the shop floor, and then Eva would come in and be like, She'd come and be like, "Mum, can I have some money? I want to go to the shop down the road."
Yeah, when she was like 9 or 10.
Literally.
I'd be like,
it's such a vivid memory.
Bizarre.
Memory.
And then I remember seeing you at the Edward Best launch. And you came up to me and you said...
The one in that like random little hotel.
Everything about that launch was random.
Chic vibe.
But you came over and you were like, "Hi Caroline, do you remember me?" And I was like, "Oh God, the Scouser from Space NK." Now, cut to that, you then end up in New York and huge on social media. There's a little bit to discuss in between there. How did all of that happen? How did you go off the shop floor and then to doing faces? Now, the faces I know you've done, that I've seen them post your face. So... And I know you're in one of those positions where you can't talk about them, I won't put, but you've done Ashley Graham, Rosie Huntington-Whiteley, Dua Lipa, so all those kind of faces. So how do you go from Space NK Westbourne Grove to Glastonbury?
Instagram.
Really?
Yeah.
Just Instagram. But you did, how long did you start?
Space NK was like, 2009 to 2012.
Yeah.
Moved to New York 2013.
Why?
Had a contract with a beauty brand called Butter London.
Wow.
Because I used to do nails.
Got it.
And so that was my little segue in. Moved to New York. Got fired from my job at Butter London in 2016. Instagram was there ready and waiting for me because I just was this unleashed tiger that had this contract
Scouser.
with a brand that was like exclusive. And as soon as that contract, ended, I was just like, right, now I can talk about every single brand that I've always wanted to talk about. And, that's contracts don't really look like that anymore, thankfully, because it's not really authentic. But it was like everything changed because I was able to just be my most authentic self. And I would post close-ups of an eye and then a full photo of the face and then a close-up of an eye and a full photo of the face. And I think what really started it off was two things, a person and a brand. Glossier reached out to me in my DMs. They were like, we want to work with you on some stuff.
I remember that vividly. I was like, get that Glossier gig.
It was great. It was really cool. It was a person called Annie Craybaum who was the pioneer behind my relationship with them. And I went in once and had a chat with Emily and Annie and a few other people that were there at the time. And this whole conception of this brand called Play under Glossier I was very, very involved with that. Like I went in, there was a mood board on the wall with like 90% pictures of my work from Instagram. And I was like, holy crap, what's happening?
Shit.
It was amazing.
Is that a moment where you go,
I was like,
okay, this changes things?
It was really exciting. And then, that the Play section of that brand sort of didn't really, I think maybe it was a little too early to the market for the brand perhaps, but the products were really amazing. And I think that they're starting to reintroduce, different things now, which is really cool that were popular items from the launch. And then another thing was the celebrity slide into my DMs was Rosie. One time she DM'd me. I was actually in Florida on the craziest family vacation of my life where all of us went to Florida, which is just mad because family dynamics in Florida.
Scousers.
And everybody wanting to do different stuff.
Scousers in Florida is a different level.
Yeah, it's mad. And then she slid into my DMs and was like, hey, I love your work. I'd love if you're in New York, next time I'm in New York or if you're in LA, I'd love to work with you. And that was it. And she, really pioneered she really helped me, showcase my work on my celebrity clients as opposed to just myself. And then when she launched Rose Inc., the digital website, I was really I did the whole makeup for her for that. And it was all in looks that I'd done on myself, just reimagined on her. It was amazing.
Rosie Huntington-Whiteley is offensively attractive.
She's ridiculous.
She's
also such a fun...
And she's a lovely person.
She's such a lovely person. She's such a good laugh. And she's just one of my favourite people in the world.
I went to, when she either did a new launch, it wasn't the brand, it was a launch affiliated with the brand, and I was invited to have like breakfast tea with her, not even like breakfast, like brunchy tea, but not food, at Claridge's.
Yeah.
There was me, Holly was there from our office, because she loves Rosie Huntington-Whiteley. I said, come with me, they won't mind. And then Rosie's PR, and through the whole thing she was eating biscuits and she kept saying, can I have some mint tea? And I'm like, she's pregnant. I came out and I was like, she's pregnant. No one eats biscuits like that time of day, especially not a model.
Oh my God.
And then about 6 weeks later she showed her bump.
Aww.
And I was like, spot them everywhere.
She's such a good mum. Those babies are so beautiful. But yeah, she's awesome. I love her so much.
She's just like,
she's just
cool.
like, and she's like she's one of the lads. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. She's like if you're like sitting and hanging out and shooting the shit, she's just like, oh yeah, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like she's not like, she's just great. I love her so much. She's real.
How did you end up staying in New York? Did it just become your home? And when did you meet the fella?
Oh, so I met Tarek in London in 2008, like a month after I moved. No, in 2007, like a month after I moved to London.
Oh, wow.
I always knew that I wanted to leave.
He went to New York with you?
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought you met him here.
So because he's American.
That
Egyptian.
would make sense.
He's half American, half Egyptian.
Yeah.
Raised in Cairo, born in the US, moved back to the US at 25 for college.
Right.
But is very much more European of a soul because he's a big football fan, like loves football. Of course, he supports Liverpool, obviously.
Okay, fine, just making sure.
I mean, he did support Fulham for a hot minute because we lived close to the pit. We lived close to the grounds and the season tickets were really available and affordable. So
our family is split into Fulham and Chelsea and Liverpool.
Yeah, and so that was what that was when we were in London, and then we moved to New York, and then he was like, I think I'm going to start supporting Liverpool, and I think it was at the time that Mo probably joined the team. Perhaps maybe there was a there's an Egyptian player.
There's an Egyptian on the
team. But no, it's fun. Game days in our house are fun and loud.
I can imagine.
Very loud.
I'm coming round next time I'm in town. Top of the league.
I mean,
do you know what I mean? If people don't really get the term Scouse, because you have a big US audience too, so I'm sure they'll get it. But it basically means we were born in or around Liverpool.
Yeah. But if we say we're Scouse to Scousers, they'll give us a dirty look.
No, I don't get a dirty look because I was born in Liverpool.
Which part?
Like Fazackley Hospital, which is now Fazackley, which is now Aintree Hospital. So I was
not Liverpool Women's. No, that's different.
Fazackley,
and
literally was brought up.
Oh my God.
In like Liverpool, like my nan's in Huyton.
Oh my God.
You know, like I'm Scouse.
Yeah, you are.
Central.
I'm not.
You're a woolly back.
I'm a wool. Sorry, but my dad's a Scouser, and my dad's side of the family are all Scousers.
No, you're a Scouser. I mean,
I am in my core of my being.
And it's weird because I left
the accent, you know
I
what I
left up
mean?
north when I was 17,
Oh wow!
but I am still a Scouser.
Hang on a minute. Did you have a Scouse accent until you were 17 years old?
No, so I was born in Liverpool.
Yeah.
Talk like that until I was like 4. Then we moved to Mississippi.
What?
Oh, do you know this? My mum's American. Then we moved to Mississippi.
I think
and
I
I
knew
was
that you
there
lived
for
in America,
6
but I didn't know
years.
your mum was American.
Yeah, I was there until I was like 10.
Did you have a passport?
So when we moved back, I talked like that.
No.
And then we moved to Liverpool for about 6 months. And then we
Oh
moved to
my
Warrington,
God.
which is where my mum was until she passed away. So then I talked like Coronation Street. So everyone talked like that. And then I moved to London when I was 17. And then since then I've spoken like this. But I think if you've got an ear, like you've got such an American twang that you probably don't think you have, and Americans don't think you have, but I can hear it. You know, most Americans think I'm Australian.
Yeah, I get Australian most. The worst thing I get here is I'll be in a shop and I'll hear a Brit and I'll go, "Oh, where are you from?" And they go, "London." And I go, "Yeah, me too. I'm asking you what part of the country." Yeah. But they clearly have no idea that I'm English. And I'm like, oh God, the shame I feel for like not being authentic to myself anymore. But like people on TikTok love to rip me a new one for my accent. They're like, "Where are you from? Your accent is so weird." I'm like, okay.
Right, okay. Firstly, you're from Kentucky. Sit down.
I was born in the north. Moved to London, married an Egyptian, have to speak quite slow to his family because he cannot understand a word of my
we talk
accent.
very fast.
We talk so fast.
We talk very fast.
And now I live in America and I just don't know I'm doing it. So sorry, everyone. But it's really funny though, because I notice it most when actually I'm in England and everybody goes, "Your accent has gone really Lancashire and broad." And you say her and clur and aya.
Aya. I did the pod with Davinia Taylor a few weeks ago. And she's just like that. There's nothing else to it. It's just like that.
I love it.
It's great, that, isn't it?
I love it.
I mean, she's proper. Gets off the train at Preston. Like, she's just proper. She's proper like that, isn't it? Which I love, because, you know, you can imagine her sitting around a board of middle-aged white men in London and they're all suited and booted. She rocks up in her neon day glow like I generally do. And she's just, all right.
You're right.
Love it.
Go on then. Let's get to it.
So, beauty. What are your earliest memories of beauty?
My mum's microphone, because she was a singer, and it would have red lipstick smeared into the top because of how close she would hold her mic to her mouth. And I remember smelling it when I was a kid and being like, I like the smell of lipstick. And it was just always red because she always had this very specific look.
She does a red lip.
Loads of bronzer, red lip, Calorie 3000 mascara. What the hell of a name of mascara is that? I don't understand. Why was it called Calorie?
It wouldn't be called that these days, would it? They wouldn't
why
get away
was
with
it
it.
called that? I don't understand. Like, she was like Pan Stick Queen. And then it became Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse, R.I.P. And she would use like a shade that was a bit darker than her complexion to like almost bronze as well as do coverage. But she's got beautiful skin, my mum, so she doesn't really need foundation.
She really doesn't.
She's got gorgeous skin. But red lips. She was just like, and like long nails. Like once her fingernail actually went into.
Do you not think that's a
skin a little bit?
northern thing?
I think it is, yeah.
My mum wouldn't go to the post box without a lip, and always had a perfect red nail.
Yeah.
Never differed from a different colour, nothing.
No, she was either French or red or like something glam. She's very glamorous.
Always glam. I feel like we let the side down. Our generation's like, yeah. And then I think like Ava's picked up the baton again, because Ava will do full glam.
I love it.
Full glam hair.
So much.
Like everything.
Changes your mood. Like this week, I'm in like IVF mode because I'm starting my 5th round of egg retrieval this week. And I'm just like, I felt so shitty this morning going to the doctor and being probed and stabbed with a needle. And then this morning I came and sat down and I was like, let me just do my makeup on. Let me put on my Liverpool top. And then I was like, I felt better for putting a bit of slap on my face.
I know. I complain about it. But if I
complain about the routine of it.
The routine of doing my face. I'm not someone who loves it. So I complain about doing it.
You do such a good job though.
Thanks. But if I don't do it, I think if you get to 55 and you don't know how to do your hair and makeup, there's something wrong.
Yeah, you need to, well, yeah.
I think I do my hair better than the hairdressers do my hair.
Yeah.
I think I'm just at that point.
Yeah, that's a really good spot to be in, actually.
And it's cheaper.
Because there's nothing more frustrating than getting... Yeah,
I'm not Davinia Taylor with the bloody hydrochloride. You know, she's just, just paints her hair. No.
Being able to give yourself a good blow dry is good. Blowout. We're in America. Blowout.
So when you first got into beauty, what was the first product you bought? Mine was a Bourjois Rose blush from Boots.
Oh, that could have been similar to me, actually. But I think my most earliest memory was probably like Rimmel birthday suit.
What's that?
Lipstick. You don't know birthday suit?
No.
Rimmel lipstick birthday suit was like I think it was like a brownie
Like a Max
shimmer.
Spice. Everyone had it.
Sort of, yes. And it was just like cheap as chips. Get it from Boots on Chapel Street in Southport. And
Why is it that everywhere up north there's a Chapel Street? Manchester, Liverpool,
We
Chapel
do.
Street everywhere.
We do.
The Chapel Street everywhere.
Sussex Road.
Bond Street, Bold Street.
But literally, birthday suit. It's like a shimmery,
Oh yeah, I do know it. I do know it.
champagne.
And were you heavy into makeup as a teen?
Oh my God, I loved it. And I would try everything. And I used to get teased as a kid for just like being a little bit out there. I think a lot of people did, but
And look how that turned out for us. Who cares?
exactly.
If ever there's a lesson,
Yeah, no,
be
honestly,
yourself, kids.
Honestly, it's so true. But like, I think I used to just like, I definitely played with stuff a lot and like experimented sometimes. My sister used to call me witch lips because I used to just like wear jet black lip. I owned it. I tried to wear it on our wedding day. She was like, you fucking not wearing that on my wedding day.
You tried to wear a black
Yeah.
lip on your sister's wedding day.
She was like, you better not.
Well,
I
she was
like,
right.
Nicola. There was a guy. She could have killed me for saying this out loud. So she had a wedding at Formby Hall, which is like this famous venue in the Northwest. Bit posh. This guy that worked there had to staple one of our dresses back together with a staple gun because it fell apart at the top.
You're like, thanks for that, sis.
Like, thanks.
But
Anyway.
would the black lip have gone with it?
No.
No, okay, fair. So and you were how old at that point?
I was like 15. And
Well, that's when you're 15, you're an absolute
I was like,
bitch.
I want my curls to be done, but then the hairdresser didn't brush them out, so they just had full ringlets on my head. It was like, oh God. Anyway.
When it comes to healthy skin, collagen is queen. It's basically the scaffolding that keeps your skin firm, bouncy and hydrated. And if you're wondering if you really need a collagen supplement, the answer is yes, especially if you're over 25 and gravity has started doing its thing. Sadly, collagen drops off a cliff as we age. How rude. But Ancient and Brave's True Collagen is a fantastic way to give your skin its mojo back. Exceptional quality and ethically produced, True Collagen contains highly absorbable collagen peptides and is scientifically shown to support skin elasticity, hydration, and firmness. Just 1 scoop a day is a simple way to nourish your skin and body from within. It's tasteless. No, really, it's really tasteless, guys. Dissolves like a dream and will not ruin your morning cuppa. Glowing skin, stronger nails, and hair that actually behaves itself? Yes, please. Ancient and Brave are proud members of 1% for the Planet, meaning that 1% of their sale goes directly to environmental causes that protect our planet. Every time you buy from Ancient and Brave, you're not just investing in your well-being, you're contributing to a healthier planet too. To experience True Collagen for yourself, visit ancientandbrave.earth/planet and use Caroline for 20% off your first order.
How do you get from being 15 and playing your makeup to moving to London? And how old were
I
you?
begged my mom to drive me to London to where I lived in a flat, like a flat share. I was 23, 21, 20. I was 22 or 23. I was 23. I was 23. I was like, please drive me to London. I've found this flat. I want to just give it a go. I wanted to like pursue music or makeup or whatever. I just knew I wanted to like try and leave my hometown. Even though I love my hometown, I love where I come from.
Same.
I knew I wanted to just like see the world a little bit more and travel essentially. And almost like I was a baby of the family, so I was always looked after, right? And I was like, I want to just like do my own thing.
How many of you were there?
4.
Oh my God.
And I was like the baby by like 7 years. So my sister's 7 years older than me, and then my brothers are 13 years older than
You were
me.
the mistake.
I was the mistake. Yeah.
Let's not bother with a happy accident. You were the mistake.
Yeah. Well, I was definitely subject to a second marriage moment. We've got different dads.
Yeah.
So my dad is not my sibling's dad.
Yeah.
But I moved down to London. She was like mad at me the whole 4-hour drive down because she was like, you're leaving me. Why are you leaving me? And then I think she stayed with me that night in London, and then she drove back the next day, and then the rest was history. I met Tarek 3 months later, and no, actually I met Tarek 4 weeks later, and I was like, oh yeah, you're a bit of all right, aren't you?
So you've been together how long?
For 16 years.
Jeez.
We got married. We were engaged at 8 months, married at 11 months.
So you're like 23, 24 when you got married?
Yeah, and he was 37.
I didn't realise he was older.
Yeah, he's 53. But he looks like he's a baby.
He does. Yeah, Jim's 6 years older than me and looks younger than me, the bastard.
That's so annoying. They just
So
use
annoying.
bloody water on their face and soap.
Well, Jim doesn't. I make him.
That's good.
On that note, what's your current skincare routine? You like to play, don't you?
I have almost finished your gel cleanser. It is one of the most amazing bloody cleansers I've ever used in my life. I love it so much. It's a gel, but it turns into a milk and it emulsifies, and with a little bit of a washcloth. You know, once I thought you were slagging off the washcloth routine until I realized that you weren't, because, you know, I never profess to be a skincare expert at all. I know what works for me, but I'm not going to educate my community beyond what works for me and beyond what's good for skin prep under makeup, right? I'm not going to be like, well, oh yeah, if you're purging from retinol, you might need to do this. I'll always wreck you and my other girls. Yeah. And so one time I thought that you were like having a bit of an issue with a washcloth, and I was like, oh fuck, what am I going to do? I can't not use washcloth. It's a huge part of my routine. No. And then when I realised that you were like pro flannel, I was like,
queen.
Yes,
absolute flannel obsessed.
Best.
It's can't wash my face without a flannel.
I don't know how anybody could do that. That's like brushing your teeth without a toothbrush.
No, I can't
No,
do it.
you can't.
Can't do it.
I think I just went really northern then.
You went really northern, but that's all right.
Brushing your teeth without a toothbrush.
Without a toothbrush.
But no, cleansing balm or a cleansing oil. I'm so excited to try your cleansing balm. It's in the back of your room. I'm going to wash my face.
You're going to love it
tonight. I think that honestly, cleansing is the way to set your skin up for success. I believe that, even though I'm not a skincare expert. And then I don't use retinols really that much. I use just like hydrating balms and oils. Keep it simple.
Any particular favourite brands? Or do you like to play constantly?
I play constantly, but I don't change it up that much. And when I do change it up, I only try and change it up by one product at a time, so I know if something's giving me a problem. Because I think if you try 10 new products and you flare up, then you're like, what the fuck is it? I love a bit of Ren. I love a bit of Skin Rocks. I love a bit of this new Scandinavian brand that I've started to partner with, but like it came through the mail and I was like, oh my God, this stuff's gorgeous. The Mantle, really cool brand.
Great name for a brand.
Really nice, but
Great
it's like spelt M-A-N-T-L-E, so it looks like it's Mantler. But it's the Mantel, I think. Who else do I have in my thing right now? I like, and I also like Inky List a lot. I think Inky List has some great little basic bits.
Great affordable brand, the Inky List.
Yeah,
I think they've kind of destroyed CeraVe personally. I think they've come along and gone, have that.
Oh yeah,
I love that.
And it's a little bit more of that of the generation as well.
Yeah.
And I love that cleansing. You got me onto a cleanser once. White bottle, black squalene.
Oh yeah, the ordinary.
Tell me about that.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing quite like it. It's like a cream, but it's almost like a cleansing
texture.
oil balm at the same time. It's
texture.
mad. And I love a bit of Rhode. I love the Rhode milk. It's lovely.
Yeah, they've done well, I think.
Yeah.
Clever marketing. Yeah. Good marketing team.
The formulas are lovely. And she's like going to people that know formula, like Ron Robinson and, beyond. And my favourite SPF right now is this one from Kiehl's in a yellow bottle, and it's a serum, so it's very, very thin.
What I've loved about your content online is that you never skip your SPF when you're doing your routine. It's like teaching people to use your SPF.
I kept getting shouted at. And I realised
Not by me,
why.
to be fair. I don't believe people.
I kept getting shouted at by people being like, you should really show SPF as part of your routine because, you're influential and people might, And so, not every day do I wear it. If it's because not every day am I leaving the house. Also, I like stay at home and do content sometimes for 10 hours.
For 10 hours.
Yeah, like if there's one product that I will it's almost like I'd rather do the SPF and skip all the other stuff if I'm going outside. Because for me, a serum, an oil, a balm, and like too many products underneath foundation or makeup is just going to slide off. And so, SPF.
That was the lesson for me as well.
You got an SPF?
No. It'll be a couple of years down the road. It's just too much testing, and I'm just trying to get the rest of it done.
It's a whole thing.
I think the lesson for me was doing too much skin prep because I wanted my skin to stay soft and juicy, but then realising that doesn't make a good makeup base.
Right.
Like it'll be off within an hour.
Yeah.
I'd be like, okay, it's all gone.
Yeah.
Because I get really annoyed if I can feel the makeup on my face.
Yeah, and you can feel it more when you've got loads of skincare on.
You're like,
it's almost like you can feel makeup less if you just put foundation on a bare skin.
Yeah.
That's actually a tip that I always share people, that when they're trying a new foundation, if you've ever got a new foundation in your routine, try it with nothing under it. No SPF, no foundation, no skincare, no cream, no serums, no lotions, nothing. Because just wash your face, let it dry, and then do the foundation. Because wherever you get shiny throughout the day is therefore where that foundation needs you to supplement for that foundation.
Very clever.
Does that make sense? So
Very
if you're going to go for a double wear Estee Lauder, right?
Yeah.
If you're oily, AF, you might not need any skin prep under that foundation because it might be perfect. But if you're really dry, you might need like a skin food.
Yeah.
To supplement it. So it's give and take a bit.
What's your current go-to? What's your favourite product at the moment in terms of skin? And I'm going to hit you up for makeup as well.
Ooh. In terms of skin, I really, really like the Barrier Butter from Rhode.
Mm-hmm.
It's very nice. Mm-hmm. It's just cocooning, but it's not too thick. It rubs around
Because
easily.
skin food's great, but it's a certain beast
And
that
also
can take skin food.
it's got, and I love it, but it's also like the scent sometimes throws me, and sometimes I want it and sometimes I don't.
And it's grease.
It is.
There's no, even the light one,
Yeah.
it's grease.
And the light one pills a little bit, unfortunately. But I love the Road Barrier Balm. And I honestly, like, I said it 10 minutes ago, I fucking love your cleanser. It's so bloody good.
Thanks, mate.
It's so good.
Do you have when it comes to makeup,
Yeah.
doing your own face, everyone's going to want me to ask, if you've got your, like, things you would grab and take to a desert island, what would they be? And I want brands and colours, not just, I'd take a mascara or a blusher or...
Okay.
Let's keep the Insta
each
crew
category
happy.
Or just like...
Just in general, like if you had to
category?
like do a basic face, like 5 things or whatever, your basic
Alright.
face that you would have to, the first thing that comes into your mind.
Desert Island basic face. A red lipstick. I would go for Stila Beso. It's a liquid matte and it's thick and it's got coverage and it stays. And
Blue or red lip?
It's a bluey red.
Oh, I love a bluey red. I can't do an orange red.
Perfect colour.
Where
But
can you get Steeler here?
I don't know.
Where'd you get it from?
I think it came in a
Send it to
PR thing about
Well, that's
7
rude,
years ago.
Stila.
It's probably very old. So that, any liquid matte red lipstick, really, but that one particularly is really nice. I also love the NARS Power Matte formula a lot. It's beautiful and it's quite thin, so it doesn't feel heavy, but it gives you that coverage and it also lasts. And the reason why that is because I can take it and mix it with a little bit of a lipstick, a little bit of concealer, and make a blush out of it if I want to. Eyebrow pencil.
Which
Would
one?
be another Desert Island product. Glossier Boy Brow Arch in the shade Cool Brown.
Okay, I think I might be
Love
that
it.
colour, but I don't know if I can't. Is it the one with the angled?
Yes.
I can't use those. I watch you do it and I'm like, how does she do
So a lot
that?
comes off when you glide it on the
Right.
face. Did you notice? Did you find that?
I'm just like, I can't get you do it and it's like boom, boom, boom. And I'm just
Well,
like, well, this
that
is
one doesn't
annoying.
create the flicks like I used to do so much.
Yeah.
But it's just a lovely, like, it runs out a little fast. That's my only caveat about the product, but I love that one.
So boy brow in light brown.
Boy Brow Arch pencil.
What's the
in
difference between
cool
Arch and-
Cool Brown? Well, that's the new product. It's called Boy Brow Arch, not Boy Brow Pomade.
So we'll hit Glossier up while we're here too. Check.
Yeah, go to the shop. It's nice. What else? KGH brand Hair Shine Highlight in light pink because
Got to be done.
I think that I did a TikTok last week that went a bit viral, and it was about me saying how if you prime the face, because I'm anti-primer, if you prime the face with highlighter, meaning put highlighters in as many places as you can, that light bounces off of the face. So therefore, imperfections, for whatever you might feel like imperfections are, because it's all subjective, will become less because you can't see them because the light is bouncing back.
Yeah.
And so therefore you need less foundation because of that, or less concealer. So a highlighter, and also I can mix that highlighter with my red lipstick to create a shimmery blush. What else? Mascara,
What's your favourite? I need to know.
Tower 28 Make Waves. Holy Grail.
Does it give fibre? Because
You
I
not
need
got it?
help. No.
I'll send you one to your hotel.
I
I've
need
got multiple
help
at my house.
I need help.
I'm wearing it today. It like straight out of the tube just gives you pow. I mean,
I need pow, Dolly Parton pow, because my lashes
You
are
want
like
Tammy Faye?
shop shutters.
No.
So I have to
It's
curl
so good.
and then
What do you use?
I swing between 3. Legendary Lashes Volume 2.
Okay.
Tilbury.
Who's that by?
obviously.
Okay,
Tilbury.
yeah.
YSL Max, the Ultra, whatever it is, with the X on it.
Okay.
And Chanel Le Volume.
I do love Chanel Le Volume.
Chanel Le Volume for me is
Chanel Le
probably
Volume is
number one
great.
because it doesn't dry out as quickly
So
as YSL.
I think Chanel Le Volume is a little bit similar to Tower 28.
But
Waves.
Tower 28 is not a tubing one, is it?
No. Hate
Oh,
tubing
I can't do
mascaras.
tubing. When
They're-
people are like, I love tubing, I'm like,
they're rubbish. They don't do
pointless.
anything. I'm sorry.
Thank you. Thank
Don't
you.
do anything.
Don't apologise. I'm exactly the
Hate
same.
them. No, I'll send you one to your hotel.
Okay, great.
It's amazing. And it's like good out of the tube.
I need it to be, and also,
Because I hate when something has to be like pumped.
okay, I also hate it when the hole is too big
And the wipers.
and you have
that's if
to
the
then
wiper's
scrape
bad.
half
Yeah,
of it
yeah,
away. That's my bugbear.
Yeah, if the wiper is.
But mascara is a very specific product.
Mascara is the hardest category to crack or to like get somebody to change from.
Crazy.
It's the most dedicated
Someone who's
category.
dedicated, you're like,
It's
I
the most
bought the one
dedicated
that
category.
Drybar did with It Cosmetics yesterday. And I bought it because it's in the shape, I've got it here, I'll show you. It's in the shape of one of their curling irons. It's fantastic. I bought it for the pack.
Is it yellow?
It's yellow. No, it's like a grey. It's like their hairdryer and curling brush. Gorgeous. But the mascara itself is okay, but it's not the volume.
Oh my God. I mean, the
it's
volume
hard.
is great.
Because it's like, it's hard if nothing is the volume, you know? So that's your desert island.
Yeah.
Did we have 5?
I don't know.
1, 2,
Eyebrow, lip,
lip,
complexion, which would be.
mascara. You got one left.
All right. I would say.
Let's just go down the foundation road anyway.
Yeah, but I don't use foundation. I'd go concealer. I'd go NARS Soft Matte in the jar. Controversial take. I think that's better than creamy concealer.
Oh, that is a controversial take, because creamy concealer is like the dogs to everyone.
Creamy concealer is dogs to everyone, but the one in the pot is so superior.
Really?
Yeah. It's kind of like Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse if it was amazing. No offense to Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse. What's it called? It's Soft Matte Complete Concealer from NARS. And it's in a little jar, and you just take a tiny little bit and you just dab it on a brush and you just erase any...
But you do that. You dab it on a brush and it looks amazing. Because I have tried to do the odd thing that you do, and I look like my daughter, my granddaughter's done it.
Priming the brush thing?
Just priming the brush doesn't work for me. The way that you do things, and I'm like, how is she doing this? But then I understand it, because when I do my skincare routine, people are like, how are you doing that eye cream? And I'm like, because I've just done it for so long. It's just second nature.
I put my eye cream on the other day after my face cream, and I literally could hear you being like...
Knickers over your trousers. Absolutely pointless. Like, absolutely pointless.
Oh, you should do that once. You should put some knickers over your pants for a video, just to be like this. You should
do
that on this. You should do some equivalencies of like what the equivalencies are.
A visual representation of what you're doing to your skin.
Like for cleansing, like for not double cleansing, what would that one be? Like sleeping in your outside clothes or something.
Literally.
Getting in bed with your outside jeans on, you've worn
your shoes on. Absolute filth.
There are a few things in life that just keep on giving for $3.99 a month. A floppy fuel station sarnie, one small cup of bougie overpriced coffee? I don't think so. Or, for the same price, you could be getting a month's worth of skincare insights and know-how from yours truly. A wealth of fresh, expertly written articles on all things skincare and beauty. From our free-to-download version for essential educational content to our elevated premium experience, the SkinRocks app will revolutionise how you shop and learn about skincare. Whether you're a novice building your first routine, an aficionado wanting deep scientific expertise, or someone looking for the inside scoop on beauty newness, it's all in one pocket-friendly place on the SkinRocks app. With simple-to-use functions that let you filter for your personal profile, save your favourite content, and explore a vast product library with ease, it's no wonder it's called the Google of skincare. Unlock a world of incredible premium content for just $3.99 a month, $34.99 a year, or get a special discount via the podcast with code CHPOD to get £10 off your annual subscription.
So what is if you've got a few buy it for life products? Because essentially, I know people are interested in your story and they'll have watched, but people who are watching this for you will just want to know your take on every single thing. Because it's like when I do interviews, everyone knows my history, my kit. But so all I get is what's best for this, and this. It's just a list of products. That's what they want from you. Let's be honest. We're just going to use you and abuse you.
Okay, do it.
Buy for life.
All right, buy for life. This isn't something that I use every day, but I would buy it because I have two different lists, right? I have a list for myself and a list for my kit.
Exactly. So for you.
For me,
we'll do
fine.
Kit in a minute.
All right, fine. List for me would be Ren Ready Steady Glow Toner, Your Cleansing Gel, Tower 28 Make Waves Mascara, that concealer that I told you about from
I'm literally getting all of these today.
Obviously, Endless Cacao Lip Liner from...
I love that is so synonymous with you that they may as well just give you the commission.
They should just call it Katie Cacao. What else? Nabla, this Italian brand. They make these blush...
Where from?
Powders. You can get them in Italy. You can get them on Ulta Beauty. I think you can get them on Beauty Bay. Maybe, perhaps I might have just lied. Nabla, Nabla. Amazing brand. Italian cosmetics are superior.
Obviously made in Intercos.
Yeah, probably. Incredible powders that are like shimmery.
I love a powder blush. I'm older.
Yeah.
You get older, you lose colour in your cheeks.
It's nice to layer a powder with a cream.
Yep.
And it's nice.
I'm glad you said that because that's what I do.
Yeah, I love.
I know. I feel like a semi-professional.
Your makeup always looks really good. What else would I always buy? Lisa Eldridge eyeliner pencils are amazing. I love them so much. They're so creamy and glidey, and really good for your kit, editorial kit, and for your personal kit. What else? Oh, the one that I would buy immediately if it broke or if it ran out is a glitter eyeshadow, and I'm wearing it today, and it would be. What is it called? Urban Decay Moondust Space Cowboy.
Oh, that's a very specific list.
Oh, wait, one more. Brow Aid.
Okay, where's this? Because I'm obsessed with brow. So
you need to go to Dublin and you need to meet Kim.
Dublin?
Kimmy.
I'm just there.
Bloody hell, love. Kimmy from Brow Aid is the sweetest and most loveliest human.
That's Kim. We know her. She came to... because she was with Susie from Hilden. Yeah. Also amazing pencils. Amazing.
So
I feel like we could just go ting ting ting. Name those British and Irish brands.
I know. I love them.
So that's Kim. We saw her at the event.
she has a new brow product called the Botox Brow or Brow Botox, and it's amazing. Actually, fun story about them. I was in Vegas, maybe with Dua on a job, and Tarek went to the makeup show on my behalf, the trade show with all the formulas and the vendors and the labs. And so Kim and Suze and the husbands of those two fabulous women took Tarek under their wing and like walked him the show. And then the two Irish husbands of the two fabulous Irish women took Tarek to an Irish bar in Midtown. And then they all went to Jean's Lafayette for a burger, because that is one of the best burgers in the city.
I love the thought of Tarek being out with two Irish husbands.
Can you do an Irish accent?
Yeah, but I always think it's not good enough. And so I don't want to offend people, especially because my family are from Limerick. You know, my great granddad would say things like, he had it, but it had a sort of Scouse connotation because he moved to Liverpool when he was like in his 20s. Well, he had to leave the country.
Oh.
Army situation, you know. They were definitely that kind of Irish.
Oh, I love it.
The kind where if the Queen came on the TV, he'd get up and turn it off and leave the room.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Irish. Like no British, Irish.
Yeah.
And then my dad's family were all Church of England, Anglican, Yorkshire. It's astonishing that they divorced. Won't mean anything to the Americans in the recording booth, but everyone watching the UK is like, oh, yeah, it makes perfect sense. Yeah. But he would call, like, my grandmother was called Mary Catherine. He would call her Kitty.
Kitty.
So my grandparents were called Mary and Joseph.
Oh, my gosh.
They could not be more Irish.
Oh, my gosh.
Literally.
Oh, my gosh.
Mary and Joseph, and the kids were Kevin, Christina, Eileen, Anne, Kathleen, and James.
Jimmy. I love
Uncle
them.
Jimmy. So I was raised with the twang, but it was more Scouse.
Yeah.
Like a Scouse Irish twang.
Yeah.
But they were Irish living in Liverpool. Mm. But I only noticed when I was over in Dublin last week and I did the Carl Mullen podcast, how and I don't know how it had never clicked, but you know how in Dublin, like, everything's like, and that carried to Liverpool. Because in Liverpool, do you know what I mean? Like,
everything's like.
But they say it's like in Ireland. So all the Irish who moved to Liverpool, I think it went from Ireland to Liverpool.
Yeah.
Because you don't say it. You don't go in Brummie and Newcastle and London. You don't say like. Well, you do in London a bit now, you know what I mean? Like, but Scouse is do you know what I mean? Like is everything.
Yeah.
You say it everywhere.
You do.
But it was only when I was in Ireland and I thought, God, they all say like so much. And I was like, oh my God, it's the same as being a Scouser.
Yeah.
There you go.
So it is.
How often did you get home?
I think you're right. I go home about 2 or 3 times a year, and then we try to bring my mum and dad here a bit. We brought my mum here because we bought a house in New Jersey about a year ago, like a funky little mid-century modern.
Your house is
house.
Like,
it's very fun. I want to do a podcast from the sunken living room, but we're not there enough at the moment to actually facilitate that, and it's not ready. We're going to put wood in there and like fabricate it.
It is a proper sunken living room.
So you can have a New Jersey edition of your podcast. You can have the house for a week.
Can you imagine?
It'd be so fun.
Can you put a pool in the back to save me like having to leave the building ever?
There is a pool in the back.
Okay, great.
People DM me all the time. They're like, your house looks like the house from The Sopranos. I'm like, okay. So then it's going to be
your house looks nothing like the house from The Sopranos.
I think it's the flagstone. I think it's the because we've got what do you call it? Block paving outside.
Yeah. Just for the record, your house looks nothing like the house. From
I've not watched the show actually. I need to probably watch The Sopranos. But we brought my mum and dad over.
Did you just say you've never watched The Sopranos?
Yeah, I know. That one really almost slipped under the rug, didn't it? Next time I'm on some long travel, I'll get it downloaded onto my computer.
It's
supposed to be.
Have you done The West Wing?
No.
Oh my God, how are we friends?
You know, what about Scandal?
No.
Oh.
I haven't done Scandal or Veep, so I'm doing. And you've done.
Apparently,
Scandal
Veep is good.
See.
I've not watched Veep.
You know what it is? It's age. I'm older. I'm like 14
What
years
about Bad Sisters?
No.
It's the best TV show ever.
Oh, I see.
Sharon Horgan.
SVU, Law and Order. Oh, wow. We're going to have to completely cancel this. And
Should I leave?
My daughter-in-law got into it when she was pregnant with my first grandchild, and she and Ben binged it all the way through.
You're the coolest nan in the world.
I'm a nana.
You're a nanny. What do they call you?
Nanny.
Oh.
They had the choice and they just call me Nanny.
Oh.
I was Nana. They'll still say Nana because the Ben and Lil say like, give it to Nana because my mum was Nana to my kids.
Yeah.
My Nana was my Nana.
Yeah.
Very Scouse. Scouse and Irish Nana.
Yeah.
But
Nanny.
Nanny. They say Nanny.
That's
Nanny.
cute. My mum's nan. We've never been. I used to joke calling my nan Grandma because she was very glamorous nan. She actually won Carnival Queen in Southport for many years running.
Your
She was on
family-
the float, looking like a
Why
queen.
does that not surprise me?
Yeah, she was fab. And do you know what's funny about her? So she was called Judy. But her birth name was Edna, and she hated her birth name so much that she called herself Judy in her
Fair.
more grown-up years when she decided that she could do that. And it was like, when we learnt that she'd changed her name, I was like, Nan, why did you change your name to Judy? She was like, well, when I was a girl, she loved it. She was from London, my nan. She was like, when I was a girl, I used to ride this elephant in Battersea Park and it was called Judy. And I was like, what? And we were, for years, I thought she was totally full of shit, right? And then my cousin, Sarah, she wanted to get a tattoo commemorating my nan like a few years ago. And I think she got something. And I was like, why don't you get an elephant? She said, no, I'm not going to get an elephant. I've got another idea. I was like, right, well, I'm getting an elephant. So I've got an elephant on my arm with a J in the tusk. And I just thought to myself, maybe I'll just Google elephants in Battersea Park before I put this thing on my arm with an elephant with a J in it. And it's true, there was elephants in the Battersea Park in the 20s and you could ride them. Wow. And for years, we thought my nan was just telling us Jack and Ori tales.
Is that another northern thing? Because Max, my youngest, is named after my granddad, whose name was Eric. But all his mates called him Max. Wow. So my granddad was Eric. But when his mates, so they used to come around, and this is I don't see this in London, but it was a very northern thing to go to the club. The men would go to the club on a Sunday, come back, your wife had done the roast.
Like a working man's club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my granddad used to go to the club.
My mum used to sing at them.
And then my Irish family would go to the club, but it would be the church club attached to the Catholic Church, because there was, the two. But it always involved going to a club. They'd always come in stinking of smoking Guinness, whatever they did. But my granddad's mates would come round, Len, would come round, pick him up for Sunday, and I'd love it because we'd be there every Sunday with my mum and dad. And then granddad would go off, all the men would go off, the women would all be together. My nan would be cooking a roast in a kitchen this big, but she'd make a feast for like 10 people out of something this big, the size of the kitchen. And then he'd come back and they would call him Max, and Max, hey Max, you ready? And Max stuck in my head. So when I said to the London family, our youngest is going to be, I knew Max was going to be called Max before he was even born. I was like, I'm going to get pregnant again, I'm going to have a boy, and his name's going to be Maximilian. Be Max for short, Maximilian. And Jim was like, you're really taking this planning thing too far. And I'm like, well, we just won't have sex if you don't want any more kids, because and I was pregnant within like 2 months. And I say that like I know that I'm very blessed to be able to get knocked up sharing a toothbrush.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
But
that is such a funny...
I got pregnant. I was like, I'm pregnant and it's a boy and his name's Max. So we were just like calling the baby Max. Jim was like, I don't know if I like the name. Well, then I said, well, you don't have to call him that. That's what his name's going to be. Yeah. And he was like, why? It's like, after my granddad. And he went, I thought your granddad was called Eric. I went, he is. It's a long story. But of course, the Scouse family were like, oh, after granddad.
Aww. That's so funny. I mean, yeah, I think it must be...
Change your name.
I mean, my nickname's Crisp because I used to come home from school every day and eat 5 packets of cheese and onion walkers in front of the TV.
Crisp.
Kate Crisp. That's what my whole family call me.
Wow.
They don't call it me anymore, but they call me Kate now. But they're like, my brother used to be like, all right, Crisp. I think his best friend, when I was a teenager, gave me the name. He was like, well, because I'm going to start calling you Katie Crisp. And then Crisp stuck. So then I became Crisp.
Teenage nicknames are the best. There are certain people on this earth that are allowed to call me Kaz.
You're not a cat. I mean, yeah.
I am to the people who've known me since I was like 10.
But
very
you just don't
few.
Look it.
I'm Kaz to like Tracy, who's my oldest mate since I was
Trace?
10. She's Trace.
Yeah, all right.
Kaz and Trace.
Cute.
Mr. Smith's.
Cute. Love it. Love it.
Pre-Pete Waterman years, like when it was Mr. Smith's without the TV cameras and no social media, you just get absolutely hammered when you were 15, 16, because I always looked taller.
On White Lightning?
No, I used to drink cider and black.
Oh, that's much more
And I sat on it once. I looked like I got my period.
That's much more chic.
It's one of my really embarrassing moments, but there you go. I was like, and I remember getting in the car and going, I'm not on my period. I've just sat on a cider and black. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? The absolute shame.
The stuff we come out
with.
with.
The cab driver didn't even blink. I mean, you're picking up people in Mr. Smith. It's a miracle they can speak.
Oh, my God.
And that's a car park. The shame.
What's Mr. Smith?
The big nightclub in Warrington. Tragic. Used to have like burger stands outside.
There was a place in Southport called, I think we call it Sticky Wickets or something weird. And it used to have like a phone party night. And I was always too young to go. But I was like, when I started to be able to go clubbing at the age of 15.
I was 15, but I looked 18. So we had no problem getting in.
Same. And I think Sticky Wickets, they had like a phone party night. And my brother used to go and I'd be like dead jealous. I'm like, I want to go.
Like me in the club after Adele.
Like,
wasn't a pretty sight. I was just like, what am I? How did I end up here? I've gone from one of the best experiences to living hell.
Did you take the win?
Yeah.
So nice.
Yeah. So we left Adele.
But Vegas is crazy.
I can't do Vegas.
I don't like Vegas really that much.
It's not for me. I think if you've got ADHD, it's either somewhere you want to live.
Yeah.
Or it triggers every single sense and you're completely overwhelmed.
And the fact that you can't get out of your hotel.
I was the latter.
2 miles.
I was the latter. I didn't know that was Vegas. I thought Vegas was hotels and separate casinos. There's casinos everywhere. Yeah. There's a casino in the airport. There's casinos in petrol stations.
You can smoke inside.
And you can smoke inside.
It's mad.
I've never known anything like it. So I'm glad I did it. And obviously it was amazing because Adele was phenomenal.
Yeah.
But would I rush back to gamble and hang out? No. We had great food and Space and Cave through a great time. Sure. But I just went from pillar to post. I didn't know what was happening. Everyone was jet lagged off their tits.
How many days were you there?
We landed got there Thursday, left Sunday.
Oh, okay.
So it was just enough time to start to feel like you might be feeling normal. But like day 2 after Adele, when everyone's been hanging because they were in the casino till 5, I went to bed. I went out on my own with Tony, who's the event planner, production, and the driver, because they all had to go for a nap. And I'm like, I'm the nana and you're all in bed. Waste men. Loved it.
Love it.
So I loved it, but I wouldn't go back to Vegas. I wouldn't be like, I can't wait to go to Vegas.
Was that your first time in Vegas?
Which is crazy, right? Because my mum's
Yeah.
American. We lived here for 6 years, but no.
Wow.
No, I couldn't. I landed in New York and I was like,
Yeah.
thank God.
Here we are, folks. The most insanely efficacious, sensorial, luxurious cleansing balm in the world has landed. I don't need to tell you what it takes to put my name to a cleansing balm, and this one had one mother of a brief. The Skin Rocks Cleansing Balm is the best balm ever created, and one I would choose every single time over anything I've ever used. 5 roller coaster years of fearless ambition, sky-high expectation, tears, triumphs, and F-bombs. No pressure then, but what a result. Undoubtedly my most anticipated product, this was by far the hardest to make. The texture and crunch that took 4 years to perfect, its ability to decimate literally everything on your face, the R in a jar scent, the paperweight heavy hot pink glass. I mean, literally everything I adore in a cleanser has been distilled into one glorious jar, and it is absolutely spectacular. Transforming from a solid balm to a rich replenishing oil, this barrier nourishing balm is formulated with the same innovative lipid advanced complex as the support oil to deliver supreme skin barrier support and help improve skin firmness, elasticity and hydration. There is simply nothing like it. It's £55, it's ready and waiting, and there is no dupe.
Digressing completely.
Yeah.
I just want to get from you, before we go into the quickfire, one thing you said about doing your face. When you're doing your kit, if you're turning up to an unknown face,
Yep.
so if you're going to do me, what would your skin prep be? I'm just interested. How would you get to a point where you start with foundation concealer? What would you do?
Well, I would ask you if you've done your skin prep yourself already, because
Pretend I haven't. I always have.
Would have.
But I would have had perfectly juiced skin, but pretend I haven't.
But a lot of my clients do their own skin prep, which is quite interesting because, if you've got a routine, and might actually love that when a client has their own skin prep. But if I'm doing somebody's skin from scratch, probably more on an editorial shoot versus like a celebrity job, I would do Bioderma. I'd pass with the Bioderma on a cotton round. I would put a little bit more pressure in the areas on the face where makeup tends to cling, down the sides of the nose, forehead, any little crevices. Then I would mist wipe any excess away with just like a Tower 28 hypochlorous acid type thing. And then I would essentially just keep it real simple. If they're really, I'd let their skin sort of dry a little bit by itself. And I'd be like, does your skin feel tight or does your skin feel balanced? If their skin felt tight, I'd probably give them a bit more hydration. If their skin didn't feel tight, I'd probably give them a normal amount of hydration, AKA. But it also depends on what we're doing. If we're going for like a matte face, I would probably do like a serum or a milk.
Yeah.
If we're going for a juicy, creamy, gorgeous, glossy base, I would probably go in for like a rich cream.
That would be me. So what are we doing for me? You don't have to use Skin Rocks. You can, if you didn't have me in your kit and you were doing something else. 55 tend to be dry, obviously.
I would do your face cream in the big purple jar, blue jar.
Blue jar, green jar.
Yeah, it's like a teal.
Yeah. It is actually a teal. Well done, Katie Jane Hughes.
But I would put it on the high point, and I would use that and only that after the Bioderma step.
Yeah.
I would do that and only that, and I would focus it on the high points of the face first.
Not everywhere.
Not everywhere. And I'd rub it into those areas, and what's left on my fingers would go in your T-zone. Because I don't want to overload the T-zone first with shine.
Yeah.
I remember this all comes, there might not be any science behind what I just said from helping the makeup last longer. But it's something that I realised worked for me. When one girl once at the Buffalo Exchange across the street from my house, she goes, she knew I was a makeup artist because I always take my spare makeup bits to like businesses in my neighbourhood to share the wealth of it all. And she goes, how do I stop my makeup from coming off throughout the day? I'm like, what foundation do you wear? She was like, Fenty Pro Filter. I said, where do you first touch your face with moisturiser when you put moisturiser on? And she went, there. And I go, where's the makeup first coming off when you notice it coming off? She went, there. And so I was like, so then why don't you put the skincare on the areas where you essentially probably want more glow, where you don't really mind if the complexion's coming off. Essentially, our complexion is more going in the very center of our face anyway. And so from a foundation longevity perspective, like that's why I don't use primers, because I think they're a little bit BS. Like it's not necessary.
Hannah Martin also hates primers.
They're just not necessary.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not going to like say, oh, it's a marketing thing, because I think some people do like them. And I think some people want them. Like, I don't know, this throws me right back to my Space NK days. You know what I'm about to say? Pores no more, Dr. Brandt. Like that.
Laura Mercier tinted moisturiser.
Yeah.
Stuff that's just always out.
Right. But like if somebody's got like, if somebody has a complaint of like larger pores, my first thing isn't to say, go get a pore filling primer. My first thing is to say, what's your cleansing routine like? Because I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, you know better than me, doesn't having really properly balanced clean skin from your cleansing routine help with pore size?
Yeah, for sure. And you could use acid. You could use the exfoliating acid afterwards just to
shrink it down.
Yep.
Yeah. It's like fix it with the other things versus the Band-Aid things. Fix it with the skincare, not the Band-Aid, essentially.
So you do minimal. You don't just cover the face in loads of moisturiser.
Very minimal. The only time that I would do a lot more is I would probably emoliate their face a lot with oils or creams to do a face massage, and then I would take everything off with a Bioderma and then do it again, just with the right amount.
Just to have the prep.
Just if I wanted the slip from a tool.
How does it different doing like a stage makeup like Glastonbury to editorial?
Really not much at all.
Really?
Yeah. No, not really. Just less, maybe a tiny bit more powder for stage for anything where...
Because both
you
need
don't
quite a
have
lot
the
of makeup.
option. Yeah, but not as much as you would think. Because like it's more about like... I was talking to a friend of mine who... watches me do makeup a lot. And she was like, you put makeup on the face in such a specific way. Like you don't put everything everywhere. You like treat each area of the face like its own little zone.
Yeah, you do.
But then everything sort of makes sense at the end. It's like you're not just like slapping foundation everywhere and then blush is going everywhere. You're like really looking at the face and where things
goes together like a
go.
puzzle. When you're watching you do it, it all fits together like a puzzle.
That's what she said. And I was like, that's really interesting because I'd never thought about it like that. Sometimes you have to have people tell you how you do stuff for you to realize how you do stuff. Because I think that's actually the best way to do makeup because we don't need it. It's like the face mapping skincare trend. Like we don't need the same skincare products.
Yeah, I was going to say what you do is a bit like Dermalogica, but in makeup.
Yeah.
The face mapping.
Yeah, like we put powder just here on a tiny, tiny brush. And like that's why I'm very pro small brushes because small brushes give you control. Small brushes give you like precision and like getting in those areas.
I love your brushes that you did.
Thanks. They're they're not about to win an award. We're nominated for an award, so we might win an award, like a Cosmo award.
Oh, nice.
That'd be nice. But it's cool. It's done really, 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 really well. We just launched new ones. We'll have to make sure you get them.
Yes, you will have to make sure I get them. Seeing as you turned up here without your product.
I know, I'm so terrible.
Anyone would think you had other things on your mind today. Are you ready for Quickfire?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't have to think too hard. It's just
I'll try.
Okay. Ulta or CVS?
Ulta.
Bold eye or bold lip?
Bold lip.
Dewy or matte skin?
Dewy.
I know you're going to say that. Lipstick or lip gloss?
Lipstick.
Oh, lipstick, lip gloss or lip pencil?
Oh, lip liner pencil. Oh my God.
AM or PM routine?
PM.
Space NK or Sephora?
Oh, no.
How about in the UK?
Oh, in the UK, Space NK.
And then in the US?
Sephora.
Okay. Sephora or Ulta?
Sephora.
I feel like I'm just getting you,
I know.
dialing
Am I
it
having
down.
these conversations with Sephora and Space NK for KGH brand? Maybe. Don't watch this video.
Makeup brush or makeup sponge?
Oh, makeup brush. I hate sponges.
Thank you. Is it a younger thing? Because Ava's great with a sponge. I can't do it.
I don't know. I just hate them. I hate washing them. I find them so hard to wash.
I really am bad at washing my brushes. Considering how anal I am about skincare, the fact
You
I
need
don't
to
wash my
nominate
brushes-
someone on your team to wash your brushes for you.
It won't be Liv. You're too busy. Don't worry. It'll be Lulu. It'll be Lulu. Don't worry. She's like, please not me. Please not me. City break or country escape?
City break. I like to walk and see stuff
like
and
city
eat
break.
nice food.
Shopping online or shopping in store?
In store. I hate shopping online.
I love
I'm
that.
so lazy. I'd never take anything back.
I know.
I'd give it away before I'd send it back. I'm
And I like to
terrible. I'm like,
look.
yeah, do you want this? I can't be bothered going to the post office.
I know. If
It's
I didn't have
awful.
Lulu, who goes to the post office for me, I don't think I'd have any clothes.
Oh my God.
Because I wouldn't have time to go
Where
to
do
the
you shop?
shops. Like
High Street or like,
Suzanne,
yeah,
me and M.
yeah. I like me and him.
Yeah, pretty same.
Yeah. Good.
Dogs or cats?
Cats.
Thank you, Lord. The amount of people who say dogs as if it's a given. I'm like, no, absolutely not. Cats.
You know, I like not having. They're easy and they're also weird and funny.
Don't have to look after them.
They're
They're like, feed
independent.
me, bitch.
They're like,
Yeah. Like, where have you been?
And
Where's my
like,
lunch?
If we get an animal, I'd get a cat first because I just want, but I really hope to get a weird one. One of the ones that like pushes your shit off the
But
side.
where you live, you wouldn't let them out, would you? Because they would bring you.
Oh, we had a bear last night
Stop
in
it.
the house. I'll show you the video.
In the house?
No, like at the house, like round the.
I was going to say, you couldn't let them out because they'd either get eaten or bring you in like snakes.
Yeah. No, we wouldn't have an outside cat in Jersey. No way.
Terrifying. No. Sweet or savoury?
Savoury.
Obviously. Heels or flats?
Flats.
Nice. This is my reference. Shoes or bags?
Bags now.
Bags.
Used to be shoes though.
Never been shoes for me because I've got big feet. I can only ever wear trainers, so I'm set. It's always about the bags.
So shoe you.
What?
So shoe you.
UK 10?
They don't look that big.
Thanks. They are. Night in or night out?
Night in.
I know. We're getting too old. Now, this is very British specific.
Ooh,
Nando's or Waggers?
Oh, Nando's forever.
What's your Nando's order?
Half chicken, French fries, coleslaw with lemon herb.
Lemon and herb, wimp. Pointless. Even I do a medium. Even I can stretch to a medium. Meanwhile, Daniel's there with his asbestos gob having like extra hot. I'm like, oh, Jesus God.
Oh no.
Okay, the important question that everyone will know is coming up because they've been watching them before now. It's what?
It's going to be about tea bags.
I know, but you can tell me how you have your tea. How do you have your tea?
I don't drink tea, I drink coffee. I do drink tea if I'm in England though. But I don't drink tea here because I don't
No,
like,
you couldn't
I don't
drink
like
tea
the
here.
milk here.
You'd have to make it yourself.
Well, yeah, I don't put like a tea bag in milk and then microwave it and then do that.
I would never assume you would do anything like that.
But I don't like the milk here. And I only drink almond milk actually here, so I wouldn't put
So what do you have when you're at home?
Double espresso.
No, in Liverpool home, Southport home. If your mum's making you a brew.
Green top milk in the fridge, 2 tea bags, sugar, and a bit of green top milk. And I'll let it steep.
2 tea bags.
Well, my dad's a builder, you see. So, might all make sense now.
That makes a lot of sense.
But not for long, just like for the regular amount of time, but just to speed it up.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the finale.
To be a nice, similar colour to the wall. But
Yeah,
browner.
it needs to, yeah, exactly. What is your favourite sandwich?
English sandwich.
No, just sandwich.
Like prawn mayo. Probably like a prawn mayo or an egg mayo.
I love that. It's just such a basic bitch. I love it.
Prawn mayo sandwich.
But what about in the US, if you're here, if you're going for lunch here, what are you going to get?
There's a sandwich
See how everyone goes, so here comes the detail.
There's a sandwich shop here called Court Street Grocers, and it is the most amazing place.
Where is it?
It's in Brooklyn. There's
course it is.
multiple. But it's very expensive. It's like $20 for a sandwich. It's pretty ridiculous. But they have a sandwich called the Clean Turkey, and it's just the most perfect sandwich with pickles, turkey, a little bit of lettuce, a little bit of mayo, but it's just so crisp and fresh and delicious on like a gluten-free bun that they do. Oh, so good. Or a good burger, because that's also considered a sandwich.
That's a good point. So what would your favourite burger in New York be?
Jeans.
I'm sorry, what?
Jeans Lafayette.
Where is that?
It's on Lafayette Street, right by NYU at the top end, kind of where the big square, the big cube is, almost Washington, almost Union Square. I love that burger. It's so good. I had my birthday party there, and everybody, like, we had burgers and fries passed. It was so much fun. It's such a good burger.
I feel after this.
But I do like a Minetta burger. The Minetta
burger we had
is
last
great.
night was fantastic.
But apparently the Four Charles burger is epic. And
Well, I've tried to get in there. I was on a wait list, but it hasn't come through while I'm here. So if anyone knows us, they can hook us up for next
Slide
time.
into their DMs.
Yeah. Hi. Here's me and Katie Jane Hughes with our combined following of 2-something million. Can you please let us in, and we'll promise we'll post a picture of your food.
Hilarious. Funny. It's supposed to be very good. What's your favourite burger in London? Because that is actually I don't have a favourite burger in London. Because I don't like eating burgers in England. Because they don't cook them medium rare.
They won't cook the medium rare, which Minetta does, and it was divine.
Honest burger's all right.
No, Honest Burgers gets a bit too truffly for me.
Oh, yeah.
I don't mind a GBK.
Remember when Byron was like...
Byron was it.
Byron was the
But then they stopped cooking the meat the way you want it.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like...
And those zucchini fries.
The zucchini fries.
Byron, we used to go there like once a week when we lived in
Byron, yeah, we went through a Byron phase of just like, God, this is intense. Five Guys, I feel like lingers on your mouth forever. And your clothes.
Yeah.
You know, but at least for Five Guys, you get 4 bags of potatoes.
You do, yeah. And I love their fries. Their fries are so good. They're like so like rustic.
People listening to us record this pod who've never heard it are just like, what the fuck is this
What are they
podcast?
going
What is
on about?
happening? Katie Jane Hughes, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
so fun.
And good luck with the
fertility.
Good luck with
the fertility treatment. We'll see what happens. Whatever's meant to be will be. That's how I've always felt, and I still feel that way. The journey is long, but you know, if it works, cool. If it doesn't, also cool. Like, it's fine.
Well, we will be sending you all the best to your fanny.
I am deceased.
That's
That
a wrap.
was so funny. And on that note,
Cut.
I feel like I should at least be giving you some of my American accent, but I also don't want to put you all off and enrage people. So I will just say thank you so much for listening. Tune in again on Monday for another episode of Glad We Had This Chat Takes New York. Until then, oh my God, I'm so glad we had this chat. Are you kidding me?
New episodes are available every Monday and Wednesday. Follow us, subscribe now on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.